Hello, and welcome to a demonstration on Project Portfolio Management using IBM Rational Focal Point. Project Portfolio Management helps organizations determine the optimal mix and sequencing of proposed projects to best achieve the overall company goals. So how do you manage your company objectives and strategies, aligning them to your project portfolio? What's in your portfolio? Does your portfolio include the projects that bring the most value to your company? Do the projects align with the requests and market demands? How well are your projects performing? Have you chosen the best and most important projects to the business? Well, that's where Rational Focal Point comes in. It provides visibility into each project's total expected cost, consumption of resources, expected timeline, benefits to be realized, and relationship or interdependencies with other projects in the portfolio, thus helping you to decide the optimal mix of projects in your portfolio, aligning them with your business priorities. In this demo, I will show you how to use Rational Focal Point in a real-life scenario, starting with creating a project request, then submitting that project request and reviewing it, prioritizing several projects based on a trade-off analysis, and then finally, showing the various ways to analyze and plan your portfolio, including viewing a project roadmap and resource utilization. Okay, let's get started. Rational Focal Point is configurable and web-based. It enables market and business-driven project and portfolio management, helping executives and teams to make the right decisions to deliver business, customer, and market value. For the purpose of this demo, we'll use project request instead of ideas, requirements, features, and so on. In this example, we'll start off by submitting a project request. This form is completely customizable to collect the information that is required specifically by your organization. Because project requests can come from multiple sources, including customers, prospects, sales reps, and market analysts, tracking, managing, and prioritizing all this information is a constant challenge. So Rational Focal Point organizes all this information in a single central web-based repository. Next, the project request is submitted. Based on your predetermined workflow, the request will be directed to the next responsible role or group in your predefined workflow. That next person in the workflow can now see all the project requests that are in their queue. Rational Focal Point makes it easy to deliver value by visualizing the costs and benefit for groups of project requests by prioritizing them by both qualitative and quantitative information. Variable information allows you and your customer to rank project requests by how much benefit they would deliver. The Pairwise Comparison allows stakeholders the ability to evaluate project requests side by side and rank them on a 9-point scale as shown in this example. From the prioritization exercise we just did, we can now look at a trade-off analysis of our costs versus benefits. On the left-hand side, we have the costs or negative criteria. On the right-hand side, we have our benefits or the positive criteria that we want to maximize. The pinching black triangles show us the net benefit or the total score between our cost and our benefit for each project. On the far right, there is a list of criteria that we are basing the trade-off analysis on. The top 4 come from objective data, while this last criterion comes from subjective data collected in the prioritization exercise. We can select and deselect each criterion. Now we're saying that we don't care about the financial benefits or one individual opinion on the strategic objective, which allows decisions to be made objectively and not by that loudest voice in the room. Currently, all attributes are weighed equally. We can also do a what-if evaluation by changing the criteria weight. As we adjust the weight of each criteria, the graph will adjust accordingly. In this example, warranty extension now has the highest total score, while home banking has dropped down to the bottom of the pack in the red zone. The green, yellow, and red boxes indicate the top, middle, and lower third. Now let's remove the projects with the least amount of value to the business. As I uncheck the projects, the numbers and percentages are changing on the right. This is telling me that if I were to implement the selected projects, it would cost $3,745,000, while I reduced the original risk by 76% by not selecting those risky projects. I've now been able to make an informed and objective decision on the organization's project portfolio. And with this graphical visualization, it was simple and intuitive to make these important strategic decisions. Now let's look at some of the ways we can slice and dice the portfolio data. We are going to look at every project request. The current chart shows me the projects by project state and primary strategic objective. Filtering project requests allows you to see what you are interested in and find possible bottlenecks. For example, I'm now seeing how many project requests that are assigned to specific owners in each state. I can view the information by numbers, text, or bubble size. Notice the bottleneck is right here with Frank and his projects that are approved for implementation. Let's drill down deeper to see exactly what projects are in Frank's backlog. Okay, let's analyze a possible scenario such as when to deploy a project based on resource utilization. Notice that in this staggered release, needed resources could exceed your available resources, making it impossible to meet the scheduled release date. To manage resources more effectively, simply edit the release plan and move the releases in phases so you can ensure the needed resources are available. You can also measure different factors such as release cost. Again, the projects are editable, and you can always drill down to get more information. Because defining a project portfolio comes down to trade-offs between competing objectives, Rational Focal Point helps you to choose the best trade-offs, such as cost versus benefit, to ensure that you are making the right investments. With its unique planning capabilities, Rational Focal Point provides deep analytical, collaborative, and measurement capabilities to ensure that investments' due diligence result in value-driven outcomes with reduced risk and overall cost. This, of course, promotes successful project development by keeping your entire project team focused on what's most important to your customers and business. Thanks for joining me for this Focal Point demo. If you'd like more information, please go to the following website or contact your local sales rep.